24, a picture of the saints of all the ages up until this point will be taken up into heaven, and there they receive their crowns. Remember, Paul talked about the different crowns that we can get, and that's a whole other message that we could get into. All right. Now in verse 11 of chapter 4 of Revelation, we see that these 24 elders, they have fallen down and worship this one that sits upon his throne. The angels are crying, "Holy, holy, holy." And in verse 11 it says, "Thou art worthy, O Lord, to receive glory and honor and power, for thou hast created all these things, and for thy pleasure they were and are created." All right. So there's this huge praise and worship session in heaven going on, and the 24 elders cast their crowns, which they have already received. They cast their crowns at the feet of Jesus. All right, now let's stop here for a minute and look up at our tape offer, our DVD offer for this week, which is "The Lord Will Be a Shelter." This is part 1, but you will receive parts 1 through 4. This is DVD offer 060308 for a love gift, a suggested love gift of $20. Shipping and handling is included. If you can contribute more to the ministry, that would be most welcome. You know, it's very, very expensive to do television work. All right. And you may write to us at The Voice of Rejoicing, P.O. Box 128, Simpson, North Carolina, 27879. You may call us and leave a message on our message machines, and I'll call you back at one of 2 numbers. One of the numbers is 252-753-6077. The other number is 919-567-0521. You may get on our website at www.voiceofrejoicing.org, and you can email me at susan@voiceofrejoicing.org. All right, well, let's continue to see what happens here in chapter 5 of the book of Revelation. In chapter 4, we see that we're caught up into heaven, of which John is a pre-picture of all of us beloved disciples coming up to be in the throne room. And in chapter 5, we see a continuation of this praise and worship service. And we see that something interesting develops here. There are some judgments that are being set here. In chapter 5, verse 1, it says, "I saw in the right hand of him that sat on the throne a book, written within and on the backside, sealed with 7 seals." Verse 2 says, "And I saw a strong angel proclaiming with a loud voice, Who is worthy to open the book and to loose the seals thereof?" Now, the seals refer to judgments. "And no man," in verse 3, "no man in heaven nor in earth, neither upon the under the earth was able to open the book, neither to look thereupon." And John, in verse 4, he's weeping because no man was found worthy to open and to read the book, neither to look thereon. Nobody else except Jesus is able to deliver judgment. And we'll see that in verse 5. It says in verse 5, "And one of the elders saith unto me, Weep not. Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah," that's Jesus, "the root of David," that's Jesus, "hath prevailed to open the book and to loose the 7 seals thereof." All right. And then John continues to describe this throne room scene and the elders, and they're standing before a lamb as though it had been slain, All right, now right here we see that Jesus was slain. You have certain religions that say that Jesus was not slain, that he simply swooned on the cross, he fainted, and then later on the disciples took him down and he revived. Well, the Bible tells us that he was slain. He was slain. All right. And because he was slain, he is worthy. In verse 7 it says, and he, that's Jesus, the Messiah,